Check in again with our game of the week. Another good one, Bridge City and Orangefield.
Yeah, the Bayou Bowl there. And, you know, in Orangefield, they got off to a hot start. They, you know, they led early. We knew this was going to be a slugfest.
Right, right. Especially with, you know, Bridge City getting the W last year, winning 28-7. You would think Orangefield will come out knowing that, have that in it. I mean, they did early. They put some pressure on Carson Gonzalez, and you know, Bridge City was doing what they had to do on defense and offense, but it just turned out to be an incredible game, and I feel like a lot of them have turned out.
Yeah, you know, like Bobcats, you know, score a really long touchdown right here. This was crucial. They were up 14-7, feeling good, and then all of a sudden, you know, Bridge City gets on a roll, especially second half, and man, they win a tight one. And the Cardinals improved to 3-0 on the season.
Just picking up where they left off, and we're going to pick up with Holton Pepper again, who is still live out on the field, just taking in all of the smells of a game of football, Holton.
Well, there's not much left. There's a bunch of leftover confetti. I can grab a handful and bring it back to you if that's what you're looking for. I can totally do that for you. In fact, I should do that for everybody. We'll just bring up a bunch of mason jars. We'll just fill it up with some confetti because it was a big win. It was a really big win for Bridge City here tonight. Josh Smalley coming back to a place that he used to coach for 12 years. And before I had come out here and before kickoff had ever taken place, there was something that I had said about these two teams and about this game in particular, in the fact that, you know, Nick had made note that Orangefield had been rolling through the first couple of weeks, and so had Bridge City. And this was going to be the most difficult challenge that each team was going to face so far this season. And it's great to see this game back, finally. I've heard nothing but great things. The video really doesn't do much of a justice. There were a ton of people here, and Bridge City's student section, I mean, it's not that far. It's 10 minutes away from here in Orangefield, but they traveled, and they traveled really well. And they were here an hour before kickoff. I was doing my 6 o'clock live hit, and they were chanting, going crazy. Someone brought a megaphone, and there were all kinds of whistles, and I mean, crazy things. They're mocking the kicker as he's making practice kicks. I mean, it was loud, it was furious, and the fan bases were getting at each other's throats early and often. And then Orangefield comes out here in the first half, goes up 14-0. And that side over there, their student section covered in camo, were going absolutely crazy. And of course, the chant, "We can't hear you," rings throughout the stadium. And they were letting Bridge City have it. But that second half answer from Bridge City, I really think, and I think the two of you understand this as well, I really think had Ashton Summerall not have scored there to end that first half, we would have had a different game. That momentum really carried them into the second half. So a lot to look forward to. They have a bye week, then they play Lumberton for homecoming, and Orangefield is going back out to play a Louisiana team next week. So still some time to figure some things out for both teams. And well, this was a great game, and it always is going to be. For now, I'm going to send it back to you fellas back at the station.
Good stuff. And once again, Holton, I want to let you know that Nick said that was a great shot.
It was. Hey, that sunset shot was excellent. Keep up the great work, brother.